Ready? Train bridge number 1. Get out of the sun. I don't know if there's too much of a glare. I can't see the screen. Get in here where trees are. It's big fishing all along these banks. Penn's Creek is a big fishing creek. You can go down there if you want to go down along the water. Nope. Oh, this is all posted back here now. Look, private land. It says up there. Yeah, private land now. What's this say?
Oh, so you're allowed to fish.
Yeah, it's the...
We're just not allowed to hunt.
I just don't, I mean, it says it's private land back through here, so I don't know if that means it's supposed to be on here. That's the shame about you know, these old rail lines like this. All the land all went back to the original landowners. Most of them kept it hikeable like this and didn't restrict the public from being able to walk. But other areas have. Probably. I'm gonna go up here and get a shot of these rocks. All these rocks. Look at that one, pointy.
Hurt your ass.
That sun, I can't see the screen. No. Watch you don't fall. It's an ankle biter. Look how that's all cleared out over there. All opened up. Looks like we're out of dry land here. Starting to get a little swampy. It's most likely where that trail became. It's probably where that one got created because of this is probably just mountain water drainage. Nobody goes through it anymore. They kind of created their own. I think I'm ready to go back and check out the tunnel. Okay. This old rail line leads that direction to the tunnel. I believe the tunnel was constructed in 1877. And if I remember correctly, it is about 200 feet, 250 feet, or 260 feet long. And this tunnel goes straight through. There is a second tunnel that has a bend in it. The first tunnel was first used by Lewisburg Center and Spruce Creek Railroad. LC and SC Railroad. Later, I believe it's switched to Lewisburg and Tyrone Railroad somewhere in the late 1870s, 79, I believe. And then again it switched to the Pennsylvania Railroad. I think was the last to occupy this once rail line. And I believe somewhere in the 60s, I think 1915 was when the Pennsylvania Railroad took this rail bed, this one set of tracks. And then it was abandoned in the 60s. The tunnel no longer was used, nor was the rail line. Somewhere in the 60s. But the area of the tunnel is where Penns Creek basically comes all the way, just goes all the way around the mountain. So it is still to this day a big fishing attraction spot. Many people come to cast their lines. And as you see, you can still walk and ride your bikes and horses. A lot of people bring their horses back here and ride on this rail bed. if you continue down that way, you eventually come to another bridge, train bridge, that had collapsed many years ago and never been reconstructed. So unless you cross the creek to the other side, that takes you to the Popate. That's where the second tunnel will be. That tunnel had collapsed several different times, and it's been reconstructed to make it safe for people to pass through it, so it doesn't look natural anymore. But the Coburn Tunnel is all still natural. And I believe the tracks that once laid here was all tore up back in the 70s, early 70s, I believe, maybe mid 70s. And then all the land went back to the landowners, except for the little pieces that was owned by the railroad. That all went up for sale at auction. So leaves this train track that once ran from Lewisburg to Lamont. Then it would switch over and they would go to Tyrone, or you could switch over, go to Bellefonte, and run those lines. And those were the lines that would run a lot of the log and the coal and iron ore that was mined out of these valleys. It would haul that to Pittsburgh. But I'll pause out here and come back in when I get closer to the tunnel. I can edit out stuff later. If I was recording, I could have got that.
She was just like, she had a lot.
Recording again. Okay, you can see right straight through the tunnel from here.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright. There's the train bridge. Converted over to a walking bridge. Trees growing on top of that column. See, that's a good, nice place to just chill out and fish. Looks like somebody has a fire ring over there. See it? And out there in the distance is the tunnel. Okay. Let me get to the other side here. Into the tunnel we go.
You go first or me go first?
That don't matter to me. Just watch, it's nothing but rocks and stuff in there. It's not no clear passageway. Oh, squirrel. Where'd he go?
Squirrel.
Yeah, I lost him. Oh, there he goes. Squirrel. Okay. Yeah, definitely feel the cool air. Look at the water coming right out of the bank. All right, past that slop. No reconstruction was done to this. It's all natural. Probably not the safest thing, but it is still natural and very interesting. So until they close it up, I'm gonna check it out. I don't know if we're gonna get through it yet. There's too much water. You might not be able to make it through. Look how the water. Look at the water just coming off this rocks here. That is really neat. It is like raining in here. All right. I'm going to try to navigate my way through there, and I'll keep the camera rolling. So if I fall, y'all get to witness. Oh, it ain't too bad. Looks like somebody strategically placed little footstones. That, as you see, it is nice that this is a straight through the mountain tunnel because it gives me enough light. I don't need to carry no flashlight or anything. Okay. It's amazing. 1877, they chiseled their way through this mountain. It's amazing what they did in those days with very little equipment to work with. But there are big pieces slowly chipping away and falling from this tunnel. So get out here, get a chance to see it in its natural form before they close it up so that nobody can get through, or they will stick a big culvert through this thing and you'll be then walking through a culvert and no longer walking through the tunnel. And that's what happened to the tunnel in the Popati that I mentioned earlier. You can access that one very easily to go to Popati State Park and just follow the signs and it'll take you right to it. it is a decent thing to see, nonetheless. I mean, it is still a tunnel that curves through the mountain, but it had collapsed a couple different times, and they had to reconstruct the face of it and the back of it to make it safe for people to walk through. And the way they did that was a big culvert they put through it. But this one is still natural. It's very neat. Very neat indeed. So we'll go out here and take a look at it from the outside before walking back through. Not so much water on this side. They had placed these rocks here because of people trying to drive their four-wheel drives through. Very cool. Looks like I need to do an environmental cleanup here as well. Wish people would just learn to take their trash with them. See, right there's where the train tracks. Yeah. The train tracks came from over there. See, right there would be a nice spot to put a bench. See that? Nice to put a bench right there.
Yeah.
You can look at the creek and the tunnel.
We need to get our fishing line.
Alright, are we heading back through?
What you wanted to walk?
There's not much to see out here.
Oh.
You can't see the rock formations from out here. I don't think. There's some really cool rock formations up there. Maybe at a later date we'll hike to the top of this bad boy and check them out. But we'll go back through this. Get another look on the way back through. And of course, you've got your vandals. They've got to make their appearance too. Anything historical, they got to show up. It is definitely really interesting. Okay. Sorry, it's shaking, but I'm walking over that kind of stuff. Big rocks. There is no real trail in here. think. You gotta come back across here. And now we're coming back into the rainy part of the cave tunnel. I don't know if you can see that in the video or not, but it's just raining out there. I think I can make it this way. I just think it's neat how they are strategically stacked. Something else. Alright, here we go. Alright. That is originally named the Beaver Dam Tunnel, but everybody knows it now as the Coburn Tunnel, because you got to go through the town of Coburn to get to it.